All right, ladies and gents, welcome to a Gold Rush game. Exciting to see Gold Rush and exciting to see these two players. I've talked about God of the Godless before, so I'm going to start with him, but then we've got to finish it off with this Argh player who's from Poland, who's really been improving in his skill over the last year or two. You might remember Argh from, what was it? Argh was from, Regicide Rumble, I believe. So Argh went from like 1900, or actually I said I was going to start with God of the Godless, but whatever. Argh went from like 1900 to 2200. I think he's even been close to 2300 on the ladder recently. And in a qualifier of another event, he beat Slam in a best of three. And the thing about best of threes, guys, is anything can happen once you get to this level. They're all talented players. It's just who's going to have their day and who's going to have the few moments to shine. But yeah, he's more of a standard player, so I would just describe him as an up-and-coming player who plays standard. God of the Godless, he's a guy who's been going YOLO and going all in for a while. Now, he doesn't have to do it, so we just watched Huang. Like, he's not like that where he does it all the time. But, you know, I forget the names of the YouTube videos, but anyways, he's a really good player, and he's created some interesting strategies, like all-in man-at-arms with idle TC, lots of archers, etc. He's just a really good player, but we'll see who ends up moving on throughout the series. And we have Celts for God of the Godless, and then we have Berbers for Argh. I like Celts here if you get a forward position, because you're able to really force the issue. And I really like Celts, even if you get this area, because of their siege and their pikemen, but it's not a traditional pick for this map. Let's just put it that way. You get 7 tiles of gold next to your TC on this map, and then the rest of the gold is towards the center. The difference with the versions I use in my tournaments and that we've made is that everyone can actually TC the center gold. If you play the ladder version, the hill will not be flat here. So realistically, the only place you can TC is like the middle. And so you're just kind of stuck. So I like this version because we've seen enough games where both players have access to the middle and they're kind of contesting the hill. So I just think it's it's not more fair, but it's like less snowbally on a map that doesn't need any more help at being snowbally, if that makes sense. Also, General Wacka, I think Survivalist Tomate are playing around now. It's impossible for me to cast live sets at the times that I'd like, because A, delays with players happens a bit more in Silver with like drafting and whatnot, but also just because there's so many sets happening. So I'm just going to go back-to-back with Rex, and I will absolutely cast the Survivalist series later on today. I'm just not sure what time. It should be a fun series, for sure. Unless if it's live in an hour, I forget the exact time. I think it's supposed to happen now. So yeah, we're going to skip past that. But anyways, Berbers have the cheaper stable units, so they're normally pushing the middle with that. I think that's generally really strong for Berbers, but the problem with that I could see against Celts is if Celts go for pikes, you're kind of stuck. And there's going to be some of you thinking, well, no, you're not. You're not stuck. You can go for camel archers or genitors. Yeah, you can, but you need the stone, right? So like that's not so easy. And it looks like neither player really has safe access to stone. Also, I've noticed God of the Godless has had some awkward things happening underneath his TC in this Dark Age. I also lost HP on his scout, and now Argh traps him in as well, and it's a Berberville, so she's just as fast. So very well played from Argh so far. I mean, obviously he's just had a clean eco, but that was a very creative move. And so maybe some issues with God of the Godless getting himself into the field on this series. Matt says, T90, do you sell merch? I do, yes. Someone just linked it for you. I'd like to see maybe a few more walls here from both players. God of the Godless going for the small walls. Look at this. He's not looking to expand out here at all. But I think a wall this way would have done a lot of good for Argh. Wall here, wall here, wall here. Like, the highest level players are walling a lot. And speaking of scouts that are weak, blue now runs into the TC. Yep, somebody likes to link my merch. It seems as though it's going to be man-at-arms here for God of the Godless, and Argh is thinking about a fast castle right now. I think in seeing the barracks, he started to realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, maybe I need to take less of a risk here. And so now he goes for the walls. Yeah, I think this is just going to be like maybe archers. But, oh, God, I hate the walls, actually. I think the barracks really freaked him out, guys. Because he didn't know that the barracks just completed. This is the importance of scouting, and it's the importance of game sense, right? That barracks could mean militia are on the way now. And so now he's kind of blocked off from his gold. So the nerves getting to both of them, perhaps. Perschnaps. Oh, man, did he see? He saw the flag then, and now he's going to go back and look for him. And God of the Godless noticed he was spotted. Look at this. Argh's like, all right, where are the militia? I'll wait for him. Wait a second. What? So he's still taking the gold. So he's definitely going into archers. And here come the militia, soon to be man-at-arms here for God of the Godless. Remember, he has no scout, but he's going to go man-at-arms into some archers. Got to pay attention to the lions that are on the sides, by the way. If you've prepared for this map, you'll know that it's not in the center. It's on the sides. There's an opening through the center, generally speaking, because we want people to be able to go aggressive without wolves attacking their militia or spearmen or whatever else. So, it seems like things are going to be okay, and it also kind of seems like Argh might still be trying a fast castle. Blacksmith's there. He adds a new palisade because he was worried about that one. Archery range. I'm not so sure this is going to feel great for Argh. But, I mean, God of the Godless still has to run forward, and it's very likely now that if he sends units across, they're going to run through this mess. And that could really delay the attack. I like the Celt Eco. I think Celt Wood Eco is one of the most underrated Eco upgrades in our game. Would you guys agree or disagree? Nobody talks about it like other Eco bonuses, because maybe it's not as exciting as other Eco bonuses. Just passing. The fletching's on the way. That spearman's moonwalking on the left of your screen. Exciting times for him, but... And you could tell, like, Argh was flirting with the idea of Castle Age, but now needs to defend with fletching and archers and skirms. So now just is really under pressure. God of the Godless has all that extra wood income. Should have really decent buildup of economy. Maybe intentionally going a little heavy on the gold to use a market as well. More than likely, he probably is going to shift more over to wood soon, and he's just going to realize that the hard way, but still. We'll see what happens. The thing about Celts is just their awkward mid-game, right? They don't have great knights. They don't have great archers in the long term. But so far, so good for Argh. He has to pick off the archers. He doesn't really have to take out the man-at-arms. They're just annoying. So it's just micro the ranged units right now. But if God of the Godless wants to, he could actually just hit the vills. Like, he could just sit here and hit the vills. You gotta remember, they're also macroing at home, too. And there's the market from God of the Godless. Yo, this is interesting. The concern for him, though, is that there's more ranged units than he was expecting from Argh. And so now Argh can actually leave. Oh, this is really good. Look, God of the Godless is just going up to Castle Age. But suddenly Argh's got control. And Argh's eco is actually really good. Just barely. I don't know how he does this, actually. I guess he was pretty heavy on berries there. Oh, look at the man-at-arms go. They're so speedy, man. Kill the archer. Go. Kill it. Kill it. Nope. But the archer could easily die to a lion. Oh, no. Argh. Ah. I feel bad for him. I shouldn't be laughing, but that is pretty funny. All that work to save the archer and the lions just ruin your day. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Well, on the plus side for Argh, he's still going to click up here. So the uptime's decent. This, however, could be a problem. Look at God of the Godless go. So he's not going to take the hill because he knows he needs to be sneaky now because he doesn't have as much army. He's going to try and get some siege going here. It's funny. We just watched Huang, okay? And Huang couldn't play Celts because it was banned out from his opponent. I wonder if Argh knows about God of the Godless and how he's good at Celts as well. Huang started it. God of the Godless hoping to perfect it, I guess. I don't know. But no more archers are coming out. This army's going for a counterattack. And seems like this is going to work perfectly. I don't want to say work perfectly for God of the Godless, but he's going to be able to gain the position that he wants. And the key, of course, is always to have a stable. Oops, I misclicked. I meant to click somewhere around here. Woodline can just be relocated. This shouldn't be an issue. Plus, you've only got 2 archers. And uptime, obviously, will be faster for God of the Godless. I want to know if he's going to open with a siege workshop or if he's going to open with a monastery here. Also, double stable for Argh, and stable units are cheaper for him. So that's why I think opening monastery is actually the correct play. He goes siege, and he might do both. Obviously, this mildly disrupts the eco. Double stable could stop this right in its tracks, though. Okay, he's going to go monks as well. All right, monks as well. So, obviously, you're faster to the knights if you're God of the Godless. You've got a knight out already. So you could actually just take your opponent off of gold right now, which would be super nice. I think he wants to hide it, though. Like, he doesn't want to show it, but now he's thinking maybe I should. I'll have the Scorpion, too. This is Argh's point of view. And this is why the monk timing's so important, right? Because 2 knights are going to be able to win this. Well, there's going to be 2 knights as well from God of the Godless, actually. So I'm wrong. It's just the timing's just barely good enough here for God of the Godless. And the micro is good as well. And he's going to take out the weak one. And now the Scorpion shows up. And now the anxiety is just everywhere for you. You're just like, oh, no. And God of the Godless pulls the weak one back. And now there's going to be a monk here as well. And this is going to be so painful, I think. Well, actually, maybe not. The archers are split up. Scorpion will get picked off, maybe. Sort of, kind of. Nope, it won't. But guys, you need gold, don't you? You need gold to make knights. And the Scorpions and the archers are still around. This is so messy, man. Look at the eco for God of the Godless. Beautiful economy. Game-winning economy. More villagers coming forward. Oh my god, he's losing villagers to lions in the middle. What's happening? I think he set his gather point forward by mistake. And now here he goes for conversions that he desperately needs. The Scorpions are also adding some value, and Argh is making a run for it. So Argh has run over to this gold, but in the heat of the moment, he didn't delete the palisade wall first, which is why they ran that way. And now you've got some of the knights chasing. I remember, God of the Godless, he lost his scout, so he doesn't know the other gold is over there. I think at this point, he might be shifting over to maybe taking out town centers, but we'll see. And yet again, another weak knight needs to be saved, and it will be. I wonder if you send 1 knight home to deal with this at this point. Probably not. In the back of your mind, if you're Argh, you just think his eco has to be awful. He has bad eco, bad eco, bad eco. There's a ram now for God of the Godless, though. Uh-oh. How good is Argh's eco? It's not much better when it comes to the food eco. This is insane, man. I thought we'd be seeing this from Huang, not from God of the Godless. This Vil... I'm not sure about that. This is good from Argh. The Scorpions are split up. So, you know, this is all sloppy here from God of the Godless. He's probably worrying about other things at the moment. Lions are dead now, but I'm pretty sure they killed 2 villagers there. You could look at the eco KD and that'll tell you. But guys, how do you stop your TC from going down? The conversions matter the most here. If the conversions don't happen, then Argh is dead. If the conversions don't happen, Argh has a chance. But having faced up against this enough times, the Scorpions do way more damage than you would ever expect because they fire so fast with Celts. Great job there with that knight. Here come the Rams. Knight's getting pulled back. Here we go. This is going to end the game right here. 25 minutes in. Crazy series. About to ensue. Okay, here we go. There's 10 knights with 2 more on the way, and there's a camel, and there's a scout. There's 5 monks with 2 more on the way, but then you've got the knights, and then you've got the Scorpions. Bills will go into the TC. You've got to use the TC fire to kill the monks if you can, but it's not happening. And God of the Godless a little late here going in for the conversion, so he might miss out on the conversions he wants. And it's a ridiculous fight, actually. It's a ridiculous fight. This could swing. I think Argh could win this battle. No way. He loses his TC. Oh, God. Like, 2 more conversions there and the game's already won, right? But now, maybe you've got a chance if you're Argh, because you clear this, and he just says, yeah, I'm going to go for another TC here. What are you going to do about it? You lost your Rams. You lost your Scorpions. I'm going to take your Monk as well, because I don't like that. At least that's what I would consider doing. Dang. Meanwhile, God of the Godless needs to decide on if he continues to commit here or if he goes for a boom now. Argh is the Vil lead, man. Argh is the Vil lead. What a great job. And yet, now that the snowball of monks are gone, as painful as it is, you just got to keep sniping more monks and running back to your TC. I don't know, man. Because his eco... this is ridiculous. He's still not in the greatest spots. And there's still a Ram. There's still Knights coming. There's still Scorpions coming. God of the Godless. Farming. Taking more wood now. You know what just crossed my mind is, at what point does blue run out of gold? He's got 1,000 gold remaining there. So he's over halfway through with that. Uh-oh. Wow, God of the Godless looked really fast there. Like, he's paying so close attention to that. Also, Argh paying attention to that. Man, I mean, these guys are so good. These guys are playing so good. I think there's one thing that blue needs to do that could win him the game, and he's not doing it, and I understand why, but it's counterattack. And you don't counterattack with everything, guys. You counterattack with 2 Knights. Like, especially if you see he's not on this gold, you need to, like, check the middle or check here, right? I think that's so important right now. Also, this villager got converted. I'm not sure if you want to convert a Vil, though. That's actually really bad, because now you're going to lose a monk. There's only 1 monk here. I still think Argh could clear all this again. TC now on the gold. TC over here. Knight's waiting on the stone. Knight's going to see the TC now. This game is sick, man. This is awesome. Their economies are so weak. This is Titan's lead. Let's go. Oh, the scout got converted. That's nice. I don't think you'd be too concerned if you saw this town center if you're God of the Godless. I don't think you'll be concerned at all. Oh, now you'll be concerned. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is what happens when you try and boom, and the monks go down. Argh is going to clear all of this again. And, like, this push is dead in the water at this point. I think, anyways. Well, you know, the bright side for God of the Godless is that he killed a lot of knights in this whole engagement. Argh doesn't really have an idea of where things are as well. So now God of the Godless is just like, okay, we're going to let those things fight. We need to farm like crazy now. And probably needs another monastery. Probably needs to consider pikemen. There's a lot of things he has to do. He doesn't have horse color, so the farms are going to expire really quickly. He could use the TC fire, I guess. And I'd like to see Argh switch to stone immediately after seeing this. Let's see if he notices. He's going to say, oh, crap, there's a town center there. That's not good. And then he's going to say, well, he's doing it now already. Like, boom, go to stone. And if I go to stone, then I can drop a castle on this middle hill. That's got to be your thinking. Monks are still going to be so valuable for both players. Monks are coming to the middle from God of the Godless, which is not easy. And it's 41 Vils versus 44. We see a 3rd TC now for God of the Godless, who is better food eco right now. And with the resources collected, it also is favorable for him, but you're now at that awkward point with the Celts. You're not eating anything with the siege. What's your army composition actually going to be? This TC is nice, though, because he needed more wood security. And I like this monastery a lot as well. I like... You don't have to send everything to stone, but having some villagers on stone for a castle in the future is good. I like how he's trying to bring this ranged army into play as well. Could actually help out a lot, sniping a monk or even against some pikes, if that's what your opponent goes for. I like how he's camping this, and God of the Godless is going to lose that monk. Wow, Argh is a beast, dude. Argh is so good. Oh, man, could be a conversion, is a conversion. Monk tries to run back. Could make it back. I don't think blue should dive here, and blue's now struggling a little bit. Pay attention to all this. These guys are both talented players, don't get me wrong. I'm just so impressed that Argh has been able to defend this. We have no villagers on stone for God of the Godless, so he's just going full eco. Once you get to about like 65, 70 vills, granted, he's behind on some eco upgrades, but that's when you can drop like a couple barracks and go for lots of pikes. But look at the knight production here. Oh, man. You know, maybe your own siege would be useful here if you're blue. Siege workshop here, or siege workshop here. As blue runs out of gold over on this side, and he has to go back to the gold here, and then maybe the gold to the middle too. Amazing game right now. I think Argh's got the lead. Oh, he's going to town center there? You crazy? God of the Godless gets a conversion. Needs to delete that knight. Good decision. I mean, actually, it's pretty smart because you can hide your monks here. And it's not really in harm's way if you have the hill. I would have gone here, but I think this is actually... Now that I have time to think about it, I think it's actually pretty good. There's the barracks now for God of the Godless. And oh my god, look at his monk micro. Blue can't get anywhere near that. But once the TC's up, the monks have to be really careful about that. Okay. I think both players are going to be hesitant to dive. Man, imagine if God of the Godless actually was... If he could see that Vil. That knight's just not attacking. And we have Light Cav now from blue. A lot of people have probably been thinking, why not Light Cav? I think he could have made more... Gone into Light Cav instead of making this much on the way of knights. But knights are way better against pikemen. Would Heresy be good here? No, 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 no. Heresy is just too expensive, right? Especially on a map where you need to hold the middle to get gold, and if you don't, you're dead. But yes, these guys are insanely good. I think Atonement would actually make sense if you have a lot of monks, and you get it because you can convert the other monks. And this is all Argh with the Light Cap play! With the Light Cap play, and now he's shown his hand, right? So God of the Godless is going to prioritize spears in the long term. Let's see. Can he kill enough monks here? That's really good micro. Oh, that's so good. I actually think he could engage now. He might not want to because of the town center and there's still other monks. But I genuinely think he could just take the engagement and win. Oh, he's going to lose his monks. And he ends up backing away. He's terrified, but so is Red. And Red's adding more and more spearmen. Guys, you got to engage before the pikeman upgrade comes in. And you've got to drop a castle here, Argh. You've got to drop a castle right here. Come on, go for it. Here come the barracks. There goes the eco. The knights can do this, man. Spearmen are just spearmen. They're not pikemen. They don't have that much bonus damage. They're a weak unit. And Argh snipes this monk as well. And the value from these attacks is just amazing from Argh. There's no better time to drop a castle. This is the moment. And Argh's going to take this game. Pikeman upgrade was a little too late. Unbelievable that Argh's been able to get to this position after losing his town center, losing so much. It was so close. God of the Godless was just a few conversions away from winning the game. But he didn't get those conversions. It just seems like Argh's maybe a little faster, but maybe that's a playstyle thing as well. And yeah, I mean, villagers get mopped up. The castle will go up. And I don't see a way back for God of the Godless once that castle hits this TC. It was so well executed. From the stubbornness early to the aggression, and then the relocation of the eco at times when he needed to. Very well played there from Argh. He takes the first game. These guys are talented players. To give you an idea, these guys have to win this round, the next round, and the round after that to be in the top 50 and be one of the players in Gold League and Titans League. That was amazing. Now, I want to go back to right about here. Okay. If God of the Godless gets 2 more conversions here, the game's over. As crazy as it sounds. He got to the position he wanted. I forget when this attack comes in. Okay, yeah, right here. So he currently has 5 monks. And there's 10 knights. Granted, there's going to be 2 more on the way. Let's see how many conversions he actually gets. He wasn't ready. He was doing something else. It's 1, 2, It's 2. 2 conversions, what could have been 5. And look at the aftermath of this fight. It's so close, right? So if he gets a couple more conversions, all these villagers can't run away. These villagers can't build the new TC, or at the very least, if they do, he loses like 10 or 15 of them in the process. The Huang Rush, or the all-in Celt Rush, relies on you getting those conversions there right after you take that TC. Argh, great job, obviously, and he takes the first game, and I'm excited to see what happens, in the rest of the series now. So it was razor-thin margins there. So close. And maybe God of the Godless could have had the pikemen switch in a bit earlier, but I think even still, because Argh went to stone at the proper time, and he thought ahead, even if there's pikemen out, nothing stops Argh from dropping the castle here at least, which still I think puts God of the Godless in an awkward spot. So, great game. Ezio, welcome, by the way. Poof. All right, cool. Man, this is going to be a 6 series. Portuguese? The new Portuguese? Dang, man. So we're playing on the new patch, and I will have a couple other uploads talking about the new Portuguese. And basically my take with the recent change to the Portuguese is that they're actually just really good at scouts now. Now, they're good at other things too, because their gold units are cheaper and their techs research faster, but they had a lot of that before. So, you know, the fact that you can take berries and receive some wood income allows you to do some pretty crazy things. Namely, just like 18 pop, 19 population scouts, which I think we might see because the map is Serengeti. Now, think of all the civilizations you'd normally see on this map. Now, we don't have the Civ draft up, and there would have been picks and bans, but you see a lot of Aztecs, lots of Franks, lots of Mayans, lots of Mongols, lots of fast scout civs, even Huns. I've never once seen Portuguese here. And God of the Godless, if he loses this game, is out of the event. So he believes in Portuguese, and he's clearly tested some things with his build. And we'll see if he goes to wood early or what he's planning on. And yeah, he's going to go to wood. So he's not going to go for the early mill. I highly doubt we're going to see all-in organ guns. I don't think that should work. It did work against me in my series, but it was a different map, and I still can't believe that happened. So we're not going to talk about it. Yeah, Hindustanis, I think, are the better civilization. I think having cheaper villagers in every age is a massive bonus. There's not a lot they can't counter. Maybe that one thing is the organ gun. Heavy, like, siege gunpowder might be an issue for them, but it's a well-rounded civ economically. It's got camels that attack faster. It has the Gulam, which is anti-archer, and it's still got amazing archers to work with as well out of the range before we even talk about their gunpowder. So I prefer the Hindustanis, and there's a part of me, obviously, that's excited that we've seen Portuguese picked here. But there's also that part of me that's, like, really kind of disappointed that God of the Godless might try something that's maybe too crazy to work and crash out because he's so good, and I feel like this could go to 3 games. I'd love to be proven wrong here. Did you win your set T90? I did not. No, I lost 2-0. Golden Swamp, Fast Castle Organ Guns. I killed 3 villagers, still died because there's no countering that unit, apparently. It was absolutely ridiculous. And then all in with Janissaries on arena-style map. I died too as well. 50 villager lead, still couldn't kill like 30 Janissaries and 4 bombard cannons. It was insane. Isn't crossbow knight play by Portuguese too strong? Well, it's heavy simplification of that situation, right? Think of all the resources you need. If they had cheaper technologies, it might be a little different. But you need fletching, bodcanero, and crossbowmen, and let's say 10 crossbowmen. Probably 2 archery ranges. You then need bloodlines, you need husbandry, you need armor, you need attack, you need all those things. So realistically, I think you have to have a strong opening. Keep things even keeled from that, and then you can maybe switch into there. But I guess what you're saying is, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, it should be easier for the Portuguese to afford a lot of gold units simultaneously, so we'll see. You know, something that has been a bit awkward for the Hindustanis, if it's not a closed map, is that camels still are weak against archers, and camel skirm does seem to feel a little awkward on an open map. because you can't really counterattack with it. Your camels are more vulnerable against their ranged units than your ranged than their knights would be against your ranged units. So it's tricky. Anyways, we see the click up here for Argh. 20 pop. And, oh my god. He's going to do the same crap that killed me? No way. He's actually going to try fast castle organs with the new change. No way, man. So, guys, I died to this. I'd never seen it before. And, like, I'm all about content, but I prefer not to be on the other end of the whole content thing. Was God of the Godless training partner with the guy who played me? I was going to look at a couple wrecks because someone told me that there's been this crazy build with the new Portuguese with fast castling. Now, wait a second. He's gone to stone. He's pulled off of stone. Why would you pull off of stone there? So, you know, a trick you can do is you can take 50 stone, and then you have 250, which is enough stone for 2 towers. So you could tower here, and then you could tower here, right? Like 2 vulnerabilities. This is just going to be scouts from Argh. I don't think Argh saw that, did he? Maybe he did. Usually, if it's gold, you're like really paying attention to the tiles to see if they took any. I don't think he'd look at the stone tile and see 320. Huh. Is it just fast castle knights? I think he wanted to go organ guns, but he's now thinking fast castle knights. Which, by the way, you wouldn't be able to afford all this without the wood. You just wouldn't. Because you would have 3 on wood the whole game, and you wouldn't be able to have the barracks, market, blacksmith, whatever else. So the wood bonus is helping to be able to get away with this. You can afford your buildings. And then you also like kind of compensate by sending a lot of ills on the berries, which is bringing you more wood. Argh's going to see this market, and he's going to be like, what in the world is this? Stable needed. Stable. Yep. Okay, you got to go full feudal here, Argh. That's the way you counter it. You're investing into feudal. You've got good eco upgrades. You see this, you know it's fast castle nice. You've got a window here. Can he make it happen? God of the Godless is crazy, man. This is so wild. I want to say this should never work. But if he gets some walls down against scouts, he could be okay. Or fights it off with Vils. That's not easy, though. He's actually housed, so he can't make a spearman. When I died to organs, anyways, I had killed 3 Vils, and I had a massive eco lead, and still just couldn't kill that unit. Granted, it wasn't on Serengeti. It was a map that was a bit more closed, and the map had more food on it, too, because of there being water buffaloes on that map. Oh, he's gonna drop a tower now. Still 3 scouts to kill villagers here. This is insane, man. God of the Godless. Like, normally this type of play I admire, and then my statement is it never works in tournaments. But this is a tournament, man. He's not on stone, but he's got a tower. Oh, God, these villagers. That's going to be the 3rd villager down now. So I think you could just make, you know, defensive spearmen against the knights and then ease your way to Castle Age in the long run. But let's see. He's got no farms, man. He's got no farms. Where are you going, bro? Another Vil goes down. This is interesting. Okay. So we're gonna have knights that are really cheap, right? Okay, he's gonna make knights now. No farms, no eco upgrades. Just a lot of gold, some wood, and a dream. But he could afford, like, you know, like maybe 4 knights, and then he'd have to buy a lot of food. Argh's probably played against Godless on the ladder before. And at least in my experience, when you play up against a build like this, you just think, there's no way I die to this. But you also are scared because they're doing it for some reason. That's actually really smart thinking. With the hill able to take the fight there against that knight. But that knight will be healed up most likely. And we have another monastery. What? We're not even at 16 minutes yet. We're seeing all this. That knight will actually die here. It'll get a lot of value, though. He'll kill a lot of army. There's no spearmen involved. But actually, suddenly there's just not a lot of army out for Argh. Monks only cost 80 gold with Portuguese. He's got 0 on food. Hasn't made a single farm. Okay, he bought some food, but that's probably just for more knights. This is the most open map in the whole pool, man. This is a normal game. The other side's just completely crazy. And Knight's got to get back. Argh trying to block. Oh my god, so well played. Knight should actually make it back, though. But it does delay the incoming attack by a little bit. You would think, anyways. Actually, this could die. Heal it. Oh, that was so well played. I mean, you can't say God of the Godless doesn't know what he's doing, guys. Castle Age is going to click in here for Argh, and it's 23 villagers versus 38. Wow. We've got 4 knights, we've got 3 monks, 4 monks with more on the way. We have 0 farms for God of the Godless. So every knight that he has needs to be healed and microed perfectly. There's a chance, but if Feudal Age army continues to be spammed by Argh, and he doesn't lose a lot to conversions, and he doesn't lose a lot of vills, and he just micros perfectly, you just gotta win, that's all. Oh my god, if the archers get converted too, they could be used against the spears. Oh boy. Oh boy. Knights are actually trapped at the moment. That's really bad. And actually, the micro from Argh is really good there. Argh is a beast right now. These knights are actually being healed there, though. Okay. I'm trying to make sense of this as well, all right? So don't act like I should be telling you what's happening, because this doesn't happen, guys. This doesn't happen. It's 18 to 12 KD. We've got more monks on the way. Monks are going to be the biggest problem. Not the knights, but the monks. But the 3 knights could still wreck Argh's eco. Uh-oh, scouts could be converted. He wants to go light cav. So much of his eco is idle inside the TC right now, though. What is this, man? This is insane. Like, imagine just how much work it is for Argh as well. He's still trying to produce scouts. He's still got to, like, try and get the light cav upgrade, and he's going to add monks as well, which is really smart. But we have Sanctity, and we also have Redemption, but with no Sanctity, the monks are exposed. Monks could go down. You need the HP on the monks to survive these shots. Great job there from Argh. But he does lose some scouts in the process. Both of these monks can't convert. They can heal, though. Scout goes down. It's 23 vills versus 38 still, by the way. But Argh just continues to get overwhelmed. And his production's all running past the monks. What in the God's name is this game? If he had Siege right now... Well, actually, he has Redemption, so he could just convert all of his buildings. It feels winnable, actually, because the resources are never floating for Argh. He's kind of at the limit. Okay. He's going to think about converting every camel he sees. There's actually starting conversions on the lumber camp. This is a little monk trick. You start it on a building. That starts your monk's conversion. Now, it takes longer to convert a building than it does a unit. But, as this monk's going to go down to the TC now, if they come in with a unit and you've already started a conversion, you're charged up a little bit. So it's easier for you to get a fast conversion. Okay. No conversion there either. Okay, so you know what Argh's doing? He's making new vills all the time because it's instinct for us players. You do whatever else, but it's like crate vills, crate vills, crate vills, crate vills. actually a spot where you have to stop creating vills. More vills doesn't help you here. You have vills, you need the army to clear it. Now your opponent's got camels. So that actually helps against any scouts as well. This is insane. Portuguese monks are cheap too, right? Still 23 vil eco for God of the Godless. I went into this series knowing he goes all in on the ladder, but I didn't think he'd actually do it in a tourney. I didn't think he'd have to. He's good enough playing standard, but wow. Okay. Argh, stop making vills, man. Stop making vills, and you're fine. This is a good moment for him. This wasn't so good, but you're okay. Get there. Now you've got nice camels. Stop making vills forever. Just never make more. Counterattack would be nice if you had a knight. Okay, he backs away. What is this game? This is the eco for God of the Godless right now. He should lose this game, I think. It's just got to be full light cav here from Argh. He seems to now be idling his TC. The worry, again, is like donating conversions and making mistakes to give your opponent army. He's got to take a deep breath, which is not all that you need, actually. Because, oh my god. This is so difficult. It's so awkward. How many people watch these types of games and say, oh my god, I would delete this game from existence if this happened to me? I think a lot of people are like that. His eco is 22 on gold and 1 on wood. Why even have the 1 on wood at this point? For more monasteries, okay. He's got 11 monks! 11 monks! 5 more on the way! And for those that missed the first game, it was incredible. It was a comeback from Argh because God of the Godless went all in there as well. But Lightcav had made the difference there. I don't know if Lightcav can make the difference with this. But then again, it's like, how does God of the Godless actually win? How does he actually win the game? Because he can't kill the vills. Okay, monks going for conversions. Nice job with the Lightcav. Nice job with the TC as well. So this is exactly what I was saying. Like, you just keep using the Lightcav. Don't create a single villager. Just kill the monks. Kill the next monk if you can. He's killed a lot of monks now. You back up and you wait to go again. By the way, these farmers don't have... They don't have their job anymore because they switched uniforms on the wrong day or something. Oh my god. This is insanity. It's actually 26 vills versus 37 right now. How is this a thing on the most open map? Argh is a beast, though. Seriously, I'm very impressed with how resilient Argh is. The first game, there were so many things that had gone wrong. But still, Lightcav finally making the difference. And now he's like, okay, I can produce a few more vills again. I've got cheap vills. I've got 2 TCs. I'm going to add the 3rd. This is over. There's no way this is winnable now for God of the Godless. Oh. Lazy Lucretia, this is Titans League, which is an event that I'm hosting. If you don't know more about it, there's more stuff on YouTube about it. You can hear about the first season and second season. I'll make videos soon. Wow. Yeah, but this is... At this point, you just don't have an army to win the game. And Argh moves on. 27 monks. Most created unit from Argh was 28 scout line. Ended up being 28 Lightcav in this game. Wow. Man, my head would be buzzing after that. But a great game. And I think it's fair to say that this build order was a little extreme. Just a little extreme from God of the Godless. I actually love how he almost got away with it. I think the key thing was he just never had a killer unit, right? Like, what I mean by that is he couldn't ever hit the villagers long term, take out the town centers. There was no real push. Now, had he converted enough, and had he, you know, been able to keep the units, I guess, surrounding Argh, it would have been different. But at the end of the day, Eco wins games. And Argh got the job done there with the superior wood and food eco. I think Argh did make some mistakes. Like, I think he should have never... He got baited into making camels because his opponent had knights. But realistically, I think you use your own monks to defend from knights. And then it's just full scout line to take out the opponent's monks. And he was like, you saw the difference that Light Kev had made because he was late to that. But man, what an entertaining game that was. And again, this is in Silver of T90 Titans League. My second season's coming up. Players are playing in a bracket right now to fill the 9 spots left vacant from the relegated players in Season 1 from Gold. So we've got all this top-tier talent, lots of motivated players, which is kind of what it's all about, giving them an opportunity to shine. And, wait, what was the food collected? Sorry, I just forgot. I needed to check the food collected for God of the Godless. Wow. I mean, I'm a little bummed for the guy because if you didn't see the first game, and in the event this game goes to the main YouTube channel, we'll have that first game in the description. You'll see it. God of the Godless was 2 conversions away from winning game 1, which would mean after losing this game, he would move on and go to the third and final game. So best of 3s are really cutthroat and really competitive. Well played, Argh.